This has been a dicey one so far. We're slowly learning how this torch works, and I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's pretty transformative. Ooh, a little stress healing off that is good. I'm pretty excited about this this torch, which on Killing Blow gives you crit. I think there's some ways we can farm off of this and get some very interesting results. Oh. Oh my god, how many creature dens again? Hold on a second. 3 creature dens. So we can do this into the Oasis, into the creature den. We only get 1 creature den, unfortunately, despite there being 900 creature dens. I think we'll definitely go off to the left because I want the hospital. We have a few diseases. So the torch, here, let me bring it up for a second. So the torch makes it so that on Killing Blow, we gain 1% crit until next in. But on kill, all of the allies who didn't get the kill get +1 stress. And then at low HP, enemies and us deal more damage but go slower. It's very interesting. But yes, it makes stress go burr is a big component of it that is truly terrifying. So there is a path. The best path gets us 2 creature dens, and I think a lair in a creature den is a better gamble. Since we're gunning for that stone mount. I'll take the food because we don't need any of that. Thank you for the slime mold. Yeah, so far the new torches, I think they were very smart in their designs. I'm super thrilled with the new torches. Previously, I was kind of like, I don't know if I like the torches. They all feel a little annoying. Now they all feel quite transformative. The Bastard's Beacon is definitely spicy, but the Cosmic one was very cool. Okay, and now we're basically broke. The laudanum feels interesting. Okay, I'm gonna bankrupt us for the laudanum. I don't think we're necessarily. We also need to be really careful because we're carrying this around, which is at the moment good, but could turn on us at a moment's notice. I'll put those there for now. And then actually, for this first fight, I don't think we need to worry about Torch, so I'll leave the Glimmers of Hope off. And we might get a cheeky stun out of Legion.
Clergy of the spreading stain.
Which do we like more? Do we like a vulnerable or do we like a strength on silver high? I think we like the vulnerable more. Because silver high is not our damage dealer. Oh good, -4 speed. Just what we always wanted. The blinds, they do nothing, but the stress resist does something. So we got that going for us. I think it was still worth trying. Did I miss the memo on bleed resist right now? So we do want to get kills where we can. We can't let it get totally out of control, but perfect. Yeah, so some stress resist is going to make it so that we can stack up a lot of crit without all the negatives. Let's try and get the weak token to lessen the impact of that. We're not going to be pushing this one backwards, so let's Magnesium Rain. That gets rid of the taunt, and also gets you into a position. So we don't know what this is going to steal, I guess. All right. I kind of wanted the crit, but that's okay. What offensive quirks do you like? Bloodthirsty is guaranteed value, but Daredevil is pretty fun. They're both really good. I do like both of them. I mean, Bloodthirsty is just so insanely good. It's hard not to love.
Compassion quiets the howling mind.
Having a little hard time getting use out of our Plague Doctor. But the stress resist right now is so good. We're a bit one note with our Hellion, but
Excellent work. Lethality writ large.
he who dares wins. Okay, a little more stress, no big deal. We want to make sure that we are stacking up some stress, right? Otherwise, we're not getting torch value.
A spark.
Yep, even clearing corpses gets you stress and crit though, right? So we're already sitting. That was our first fight. Oh, the conditions don't show up here. That was our first fight, and I think we picked up like 4 or 5 crit on the powers that be. So I want to go to the lair. That is my desire. Now, what is our... What are we using to debuff bleed resist? Because we probably need to get that going pretty quickly. I guess it's just open vein. Alright, we just spam open vein. Hierarchy of sites? I can see hierarchy of sites. So let's see. Then Before we go any further, what's our gear for the general? We want that. We can light him on fire. I think that's a good one. And then the pyrotechnic dazzler can be replaced by more healing, probably. Let's see, and then you... Okay, you have... Alright, this is going to be interesting.
Within every keep, a general and his loyal lumbering guard.
So we only got to 4 crit, which is... I think we need to get rid of this guy before we start stress healing. The piercing bolt is just a little dangerous. We like having our tank in the second rank, though. She'll bounce back. Famous last words. That's a little greed. Let's do a bit of healing on our Hellion. That was scary. Let's keep control here, all right?
The fiend's strength dwindles.
This is why we have Adrenaline Rush. So part of me is like, go for it. Man, Grape Shot Blast is pretty awful. But we get a stress heal off on Moth here for free for doing this. So I think that's a reasonable.
We can rely only upon each other.
We want to be a little chilly here. But we're finding ways to stack some crit. It is a good thing. Two to 4 doesn't quite get there.
Excellent work.
Good stress heal, though. Yeah, Grape Shot. We might need an upgrade on Grape Shot.
Bravo.
Might as well look for the crit there. Okay. But everybody's getting a little bit of crit out of the equation. Not exactly thrilled about this guy. I think he's going to start hitting like really, really ridiculously hard. And we are also terrible at killing this guy. So I think we kind of need Solo to carry here. Which is a scary thought. I'm going to do this because it increases our bleed dealt. So I think it will pay... It'll pay dividends. And hopefully we get some weeks on this guy. Nope. Was hoping for a bit more there. But the speed does not outspeed this guy doing the defend, which is super annoying. Yeah, and he chose violence. This is gonna be a little painful. When this guy chooses to slay the wounded, we'll get a little bit of value, but defensive formation again is just so frustrating. I guess we do that now just because we have to. We have to make some good decisions here, or some decisions. This is gonna get very bad though, I think. Like, this may get bad enough that we need to actually need to avoid the general. We'll see. Of course, now he does slay the wounded. Alright, Yop is a nice heal, though. Can I steal the riposte and not the defense, please? Nope. I guess maybe it always steals left to right. Didn't really want to take that one, but...
Agony by accumulation. Empowered. Emboldened.
Okay, so we can fast track this guy. Because he can only do Slay the Wounded. We don't love that he's going to do Slay the Wounded. And I hope Finale's off cooldown. It is not. Oh, how valuable. How much we underestimate the value of being able to land plague grenades. What can I say? A corrupting cleaver would make a big difference. Now, I think this guy is now in the place where he's going to do a bunch more damage. But I think trying to blind him... We don't have an execute, do we? The upgraded version of double tap does have execute. Execute 1 wouldn't have been enough, though. You have no positive tokens to steal. This is going to be a big hit. Okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought it might be. Ooh, Adrenaline Rush is not ready yet? I guess that helps. 12 bleed, though, is not nothing. This guy is officially dead, so we don't have to worry about him anymore. We could get a bit of crit, but I'd be stacking... Actually, I'd be stacking stress in places where I want to stack stress. Are you dead? Yeah, you're dead. Okay, I kind of didn't want both of them to get it, but... Now, I don't like where we are in terms of health, but... Reverberating Redoubt is pretty exciting, even if we don't get a stone mount. Hopefully the general doesn't kill us here.
He has retreated, undying, into a dream, and there he must stay.
Let the bleeding begin. I think we need to get our bleeds going early here. Okay, that was a pretty good start. This is bad, though. Yeah, okay. That was not ideal. Obviously. I need Encore on Moth. That's the trick. Oh, come on, you're resist debuffed. Dang it. And they debuffed our fast ones, so... Oh, come on. Yeah, I can't believe I've been not running Encore. That's a mistake, for sure. We only have the ability to push back twice, which I don't love.
Victory supposes strategy. Press on.
So if I'm trying to think. If I don't, we're going to have 2 come down next time. That's 1 guaranteed lock, potentially 2 locks. But if I do this, if I play Grenade now, we take a Waking Dead right now. I guess we do it. I guess he who dares wins, I guess. It's not great. We wanted to push back all the growth. Please don't target the back line. Okay. Perfect. Perfect targeting. We can mitigate this. Good. Okay. We can handle that. Crit there would have been really nice, but so we still get our full reset. The resist there was a bummer, but that's a good soil stirs for us too. Gosh darn it. Can't seem to land these bleeds. We knew bleeding this guy was going to be hard. So... She is landing her bleeds like a champ, though. Hey, Faradar. Appreciate you swinging by and saying hey, as always. Right now we're just at soil stirs. I think we gamble.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
We are indeed. We are indeed. At least I would say we are. I think Bleed Out at least has a chance to hit for one. That's huge. All right, good job. Oh yeah, that's why we gamble. Perfect. Where do we get value here? Let's see. Well, we're not going to take the linseed oil with us, so there we go. Okay. So we definitely picked up some stress on that fight. And the rewards were okay without being great.
The loathing whispers.
Because the thing that's hard to answer the question is, we're too fast for reverberating. Did not see that one coming. Okay, well, I'm not going to put it on immediately.
A sanctum of tranquility awaits.
Yes, all snacks must be shared. These are the rules of the road. All right, give me something good, please, here. So I could just get the stress healing here. Better to take this, though, I think. What's how long before we get a chance? We're going to a creature den. Yeah, we can stack up the goodies.
An unexpected find.
So let's see. I think for the purposes of what we're doing next, can we just slap down a bunch of that before we get to the creature den?
Ahead, a bestial refuge.
A bestial refuge.
With bones and less.
So the goal here is going to be to really rack up a lot of stress and knock it down using using the combination of combat items and lots of potential corpses that we can double dip on.
There was only stupefying horror and the catatonic lethargy that follows it.
Tarantism.
Bravo.
Of course. We don't mind. This will... Oh, that landed a lot of burns. Ooh, didn't... I wanted to get the kills more manually here, but... 2 to 3. I was gonna say, what are the chances we miss it by 1? All right, good. Because I think we can relatively easily keep up with the stress on our Jester. Blinded and you're hitting for 0 of 0. Love to see it. Five and 7 doesn't get there, so let's rack up a bit more stress.
One less
Good.
obstacle in our path.
Don't eat it. Damn it. That was potentially +1 crit for us that this guy unceremoniously usurped. I'm trying to stack as much crit as I can here, with a side of crit on our Plague Doctor is the thought. Okay, not super thrilled with the entrance into the next phase. I guess I should have been expecting a crit there.
Methodical appliance of harm.
These guys are going to try and steal all my corpses. I know how they work.
Relief from caustic agony.
But with all these goodies, we can really go ham on the stress because we have tons of ways to eliminate it. And she's taking it like a champ. I wouldn't want to do this team without
A breakthrough. Empowered. Emboldened.
See, I can get that kill, but I'm not super excited about the stress here. Or, excuse me, about the value there. And we don't have a great way to take out the back corpse, unfortunately. We can Magnesium Rain it, but that doesn't get us the value, is what I mean. Now, if she lands on an Adrenaline Rush increment, that'll be nice. Once the crit starts going, it really kind of goes, also. And she gets mad recovery from Yop. I don't think I ever realized that Yop gives double healing with Adrenaline Rush. I think that's quite strong. Not to say the obvious, but it's been a lot of healing.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other.
We're nearing the end of the fight. Oh, no crit. It's very disappointing. I think the Vestal would have done really well too. Like I wouldn't say I'm grumpy, but like I do think that the
Collaboration confers advantage.
we would have gotten a lot of value out of the out of a Vestal. We get 2. Oh yeah, we get no kills out of that. Damn, I messed that up. But yeah, no question the value that we're getting from the Plague Doctor in terms of keeping us alive is out of this world. Okay, so now there's 2 tokens, which means Highway Robbery should steal the crit. Thank you. Five doesn't do it. 10 does it. The creature dens are so good for cheesing. For cheesing this to insane numbers. I'm realizing now. I kind of wanted her to pick up a stress, if I'm being honest. Does not look like it's gonna happen. Oh, look how full we are. One more crit, sure. Now, unfortunately, you can't field surgeon yourself. Okay. We definitely picked up a little bit of stress on that fight, but we got a massive amount of crit out of it. Not that I think Legion can take that great advantage of it, if I'm being honest, but Greater Heat Shield might come in handy. I think that Dark Impulse is not of any great use.
Perhaps you are finding your courage at last.
Can you steal guards? No, you can't. Okay. These guys in the back hit really hard.
Small reprieve from this carousel of horrors.
Actually, I think a big hit there is more value. Yeah.
Collaboration confers advantage.
I just need to get to the back, so as much as that feels like a waste, I'm still gonna do it.
Suffering begins.
So right now we're sitting at 20% crit gained via this. Is a point blank shot is range, right? So we can do this without any great harm. That was the weakest point blank shot. Don't you use class-specific item on Carcass Hellion? I've noticed the one in the inventory. Please explain why. Just curious. So Andy, that particular trinket isn't that appealing to me in this case, because what I'm really loving right now is I think Hint of Home is very strong. We'll look at them side by side in a second here, but I think it's mainly just because we have better stuff at the moment. That's the answer to your question.
Empowered, emboldened.
I like the stress resist, especially with this particular torch. It's been extremely good. And Hint of Home has just been has been awfully nice as well. We're gonna do a heal here, so I don't mind switching them. Okay, fine. I'll use the less optimal heal if you're gonna be all cranky about it. I guess we do that. That pushes us back, and then... yeah, I think we might as well just get this guy to the front. Yeah, we're starting to hit that break point, and I think we're going to have to do this every single time. But we're starting to hit that break point where we're generating more stress healing from our crit than the other way around. Just gonna use that one up so that it's not present, and then we'll give that last kill here. Okay.
Cut down these nightmares and blaze the trail to your redemption.
But yeah, we'll take another look at it. I remember picking it up and I was like, I could, but... So yeah, so plus 25% damage, not super useful from my perspective. Self-barbaric Yop giving strength, also not super useful. Silver Eye's not going to be a damage machine, even with this, from my perspective. Like, she's still going to be sitting on 2 Winded, which is a minus 66% debuff. So I don't think it's worth it. We're better off building her as a tank, which is why I came here in the first place, hoping to find Stone Mount. That was our goal. But yeah, I just don't think Empty Stein is better than Hint of Home, which is giving us a fair amount of passive healing on her and protection from dots, or Greater Gilded Mind, which is just reducing her incoming stress from the torch that we're running. So that's the thinking, Andy. I'm open to arguments that say that I'm missing out on some value, and we could try swapping it in
Your path lies through them.
if we think we're missing out. But it feels like it's not quite moving us in the direction we need to be moving. This is the worst thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. Good news is this guy can't be defended, so I think we just have to rush a solo finale to hopefully blow him up. I hate that I genuinely think we're better off starting out with this guy. Yeah, we're getting volleyed, we're not getting howled, but still super annoying.
Agony by accumulation.
Well, at least that's nice. That will help control things. Okay, landing those blights is good. So, we can save ourselves from a volley by doing this. So I'm gonna do it, but I'm not thrilled with it. This guy is probably well on his way to Howl City. Getting around to another finale, where we're probably going to eat a death and dishonor, is my fear. Because we have basically no backline damage. Actually, that solves the problem, doesn't it? Okay. If we can get a blind here, and if that blind can negate the howl that is inevitably right around the corner, that would be fantastic. I feel like I need to title this episode the ghoul that doesn't howl. This is like unbelievable. Stress is mounting, for sure. But hopefully now we can start doing something. Let's see. We can afford to bleed out right now. I wish I had a Duelist Advance. Okay. No such luck, unfortunately. So if I do this, yeah, we'll use things in other places. We have let this ghoul last for entirely too long.
Cooperation is the key.
So I'm gonna do this, and that's potentially a little controversial because moving him back would have been potentially good. Don't mind that stun at all, if I'm being honest.
A small reprieve from this carousel of horrors.
We didn't really have anything to do with them back there, anyways. Tactical Thinker popping off, too. Yeah, this guy just missed the memo on Howl being his I win button, I guess. Up to 16% crit. I'm greeting it a little bit, I admit.
An inkling of potency still lingers in some of these well-worn relics.
I think a slime mold can go.
The loathing abates.
Which one? Memories of a Dream. What can we get from this? Memories of a Dream. Let's see. So, Memories of a Dream. We can pick up some negative or some positive quirks. a disease. It's all quirk related. I don't think I care. So we'll go off to the right here and hope for something that's not a Gaunt Surgeon. Oh, could we have Warlord into Gaunt Surgeon? Okay. Luckily, no.
Breakthrough.
Did that not remove a guarded? That was a little weird. Yes, the collector is definitely still a possibility. How can a block of wood resist fire? This spits in the face of everything I understand.
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
Grape Shot Blast? Maybe upgraded it doesn't feel quite as bad, but right now it feels pretty awful. Moist wood. Come on. I know my way around a rainy day fire. I don't really want to pick up crit on you at the cost of stress. So I'll chill. I'm a little sad I don't think we're going to see Stone Mount.
Messy, but effective.
And as long as we can get our stress staggered, it's actually, this is working out really well, I think. Why was he not guarded? What the heck happened there? I wouldn't have done that if I had realized. Alright, more Shimmer Powder makes me feel a little more comfortable about the potential boss fight that we have coming up. Not super jazzed about that. Which one do we get here? Oh, we haven't seen this one before. Safety of Slumber. Less speed isn't the end of the world. So for the Surgeon, we can give ourselves some strength, I think, for the Surgeon. We might save the Warhorn. Alright, we'll do something like that. The good news is the Surgeon is another fight where the torch timer doesn't count down. So we can try to get ourselves a few kills. Okay, so who do you have a relationship with that's not horrifically bad? No one. Good deal. So I like doing this because it puts our Plague Doctor in a better position. 50% chance to crit. Okay. I do kind of feel like the windage should come at the end of the Carcass's turn. That could be interesting. This is real ultimate greed. Don't for a second doubt it. I just want to see how big the number is I can get on
Steady yourself.
On him. Crits don't do a lot. Can't do a lot about him, but I guess that's life. I think it's a very reasonable time for our first adrenaline rush. No, the reduction in healing I think would be too much to bear. Oh, I really thought I was gonna be able to get that on that one. Take a bit of stress.
Variable, easily resolved.
Get ourselves healed up. I really wish I had Duelist Advance. I keep saying that. But I kind of stand by it. Two to 3, 52% chance to crit. All right. There's 20. We do struggle to get our Plague Doctor off the back line. I think Encore on our Jester would help. I keep saying that, and I keep not doing it. But oh, come on. Let's get fully healed.
Fight through the fatigue.
21% crit. How high can we go? Oh, alright, well. That's unfortunate. I did not realize that we were on cooldown there. I don't want this guy to die right now. Well, this is a worse time for him to die. How much are we hitting for? Too much? This hit for 0? Oh, come on.
The work continues.
Alright, that put us in a significantly worse position. The fact that we crit for 1 there when I needed a 0 hit. That was outrageous. Alright, let's see.
A little help impeccably timed.
Let's use the crit here. We get 3 crits out of it. It's not quite enough to kill her, but what's a little horror between friends? My point exactly. Yeah, there's the 0 I needed before. That dodge is annoying. I don't think we're in any jeopardy here. I do think I need to be a little careful because I'm getting really greedy with seeing these opportunities. Fine, I won't move back. See if I care. It's a lot of bleed. Oh, that's poppycock. I think getting rid of the bleed is more important there. $20 points of bleed. I'd be pretty not psyched if that was happening and I didn't have a plague doctor.
Relief comes rarely in these times. Savor it.
Just keep the control game going. I think I'm going to have to do my stress heal here. Have the Jester stress heal themselves. We have a nice 5 breakpoint on her, but I really don't want to get pushed over the edge. Yeah, we're going to be here for a minute in Lustrous.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other.
But 22% crit waits for no man, right?
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
This at least hits for enough damage. Maybe the Stein does give us enough damage. Because, like, I'm looking at this and I'm like... We're still doing a fair amount of damage with a combo.
Well done. The slow suffering begins.
Ah, there goes Trantism. We got that solved. That's nice. Oh, I didn't want to take the crit and the stress there. That was a bit of a mistake.
Excellent work.
Especially on the eyes. We don't need to add any more stress here. I say as I add more stress. I just can't help myself.
Cunning. You may outwit them yet.
No, I don't know if it's going to be a ton of stress. That was a lot, though, right there. Good gravy. Is this guy scaling up? What's going on here? I can't help but feel like he's starting to do more and more damage, and I'm not sure why.
The enemy weakens and wanes. Victory supposes strategy. Press on.
Weaken them, that another may finish the work.
How is he hitting for 20? Why does that hit for 20 every time? Gosh darn it.
A master stroke. A small reprieve.
He does not care about anything, and I'm really not digging it. I'm seriously a little baffled right now. Like, does all of his attacks just ignore everything?
Malaise
It seems like that's the case.
and steady.
Good gravy. All right, well, we did it, but that fight was awful.
Burning brightly for all the world to see.
Physician's Guild Seal. Round start, 5% chance for regen, healing improved, and we got an extra mastery. We haven't seen that before. Spike Skull Cap we're excited about. And the single leeches we're okay with. I guess so, Illustrious. I guess so. Normally we don't let him hang around that long. But I think the spiked skull cap is actually quite good. We'll put that there for now. No one's slow enough for reverb. Can't say any of these are particularly alluring. Have bandages... Oh, bandages have changed. How interesting. That's kind of cool. Yeah, actually, that's a good call. But what do we drop from her? Because I think Hint to Home is carrying hard, and I think Greater Gilded Mind is also carrying pretty hard. I don't know that I can afford to drop anything on her. Chandelier is basically worthless. Come on. Let me throw away the stuff. Like, I might... If we can find ourselves a bone saw, maybe the skull cap on the Hellion starts to become useful. But for now, I think just more crit on bleed is good. Because we can pop the Bonesaw on the final boss, and that's a big bleed. So, okay, so there have been a few abilities that I've been like most of the time when we use double tap, we could use Duelist Advance instead. Well, Grape Shot Blast has been kind of bad. Let's take Duelist Advance instead of that. Then I like Harvest, but let's try Encore. I think that's interesting. Changing things up right before this fight, not necessarily always the wisest decision, but I think we immediately have to drop this.
Malaise, measured and steady.
So now we have Encore as an option. I don't think we Encore quite yet. Okay, so she's dead. Now we can yop here for the big heal. Flesh from Bone is okay. Oh, you freaking jerk. Ruining all my fun.
Is a lesson learned.
Yeah, worship there is annoying, but
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end. Steady yourself.
we're gonna take some abuse here. That much is known. It's gonna take us a minute to get this this thing down, unless we get like a really good taunt. Well, at least we can do that.
Victory supposes strategy.
But you have, of course, you had a improved.
The enemy weakens and
All right, that gets us at least a little bit of the way there. The taunts are just brutal. He doesn't have a lot that I want.
a brilliant conclusion.
Stats-wise.
Well done.
Okay, I think this protects us from the exaltation at least. I'd rather have the blind now, I think. And then I'm hoping to get the stress heal here. Okay.
Small reprieve from this carousel of horrors.
He does get 2 bleed, but I don't think that that is that impactful here, that it's worth the sacrifice. Like 2 bleed is nice, but we don't get the kill either way, so I think taking this heal while we can is going to be good. All right, and the miss is amazing. Fight is not quite over yet. The encore is so clutch. I mix those up. I should have used indiscriminate there. Should use them in the opposite order there. I guess I can just do double battlefield medicine though. All right. Live to fight another day. We exited this one with 23% crit. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, but the fact that it's not going to help us on the final boss is a little bit rough. Also, this is a long run of Darkest Dungeon 2, just as a side note. We're already staring down noon, and we have yet to even make it to the longest region. Our relationships, I think, are decent, though, so hopefully we can... Hopefully we can clean things up. But yeah, if I don't have a buff worth stealing, I'm not sure it's worth doing that. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. It's not terrible.
Spend what you can.
Oh, it looks like we're doing a sluice too. We've not been offered a shroud yet. So let's see. We'll get Barbaric Yop. Let's get Encore going. We're still using Plague Grenade a decent amount of the time, so I think I will do that. Toe-to-toe isn't that useful. I'm wondering if the Carcass can still deal damage.
The next stop is leagues away.
So more resists to all of the core things, but less speed. We might be okay with that.
The coach stands ready once
It's not
more.
great. -2 speed is pretty rough. We can offset it with this. I think I'm going to save the songbook for next region, though. Silver Eye and RC can take one of these. Whoops. I just grabbed food. To get them just up a notch, and then Legion and Silver Eye can take the other one. And the Songbook of Amorous Ballads. Let's gamble on Legion and Silver Eye again. Okay. $14's not a bad breakpoint. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to try putting this on without
Accomplishment worth remembering.
that. Grab those, and then the Greater Gilded Mind is pretty tempting here. I think I'm going to grab it. A little more stress healing, I think, across the board is good. I think the Grim Mask can go away now. Ah, now, the trophy slowing us down actually probably means that we can... So now we can roll Reverberating Redoubt if we want to. You got stiff knees. That's not the best. Okay, so the trophy, I didn't see it before, but the trophy has some utility. I think there's a chance we're going to do a Leviathan next region. So I'm gonna risk buying a couple of those in hopes that we can. Okay. On to the sluice for now.